So whether you're looking for a simple lunch or a quick and easy snack, a grilled cheese sandwich is always hard to beat, and this one takes things to the next level. It's a nice homemade pesto. We're going to put some grilled chicken fillet in there. It's going to be good. So for this one we are using chicken fillet or chicken breast, boneless. The first thing we need to do is actually flatten that out. The quickest and roughest way to do that is to put the chicken breast into a ziplock bag. But don't seal the bag because you still want air to get out, you don't want it to explode on you. They need something heavy, so if you have a meat tenderizer you can bash it with that, or you can give a go with a good old large cast iron pan. Nice flat surface, plenty of weight. So just put it into the bag and hammer down on it. This is going to get loud. There. So the aim isn't to hammer the thing to within an inch of its life. It's just to flatten out. A chicken breast, thin at one end, fattens out. You want that flat the whole way across, and then even thickness. So by bashing it with that flat surface, it evens things out nicely. So we get that out onto the chopping board. So now we have our flattened out chicken breast, nice even thickness. We get some seasonings on there. We're going to hit it with a little bit of the brighter gold rapeseed oil. This is the hickory smoked one. So a little drizzle over it. Just rub that in. Flip it over, do the same on the other side. Adds a little bit of flavour in there, but it's also going to help the rub stick to it, and it will stop it sticking to the grates once we put it on as well. Okay, rub. We are using the Mexican jalapeno and lime spice rub from the Smoky Carter. Don't be shy with it, put plenty on. Flip it over. Same again, season all over. Because we've added that oil, we don't need to leave it for just as long to allow the rub to stick to the surface. That oil is really going to help it tack in there. But we are going to set it to the side while we prepare the next element of the dish, and that is the pesto. So the pesto for this is quite a traditional recipe. Just start by picking off some fresh basil leaves. You need a good handful of them because it pounds down to not very much. So for this area, I used the whole basil plant you get out of the supermarket. So you pound that down, then you go in with a little bit of salt and the clove of garlic, and smash that up as well. Then the traditional pesto is made with pine nuts, but you can use any nut you want really. Almonds work really well with it. So you go in with a few of the pine nuts, smash them up, and that starts to thicken it up a little bit. Then for a little bit of saltiness and tang in there, there's some Parmesan cheese. That's just grate it fine, mix through it. Then just loosen the whole thing up with a little bit of olive oil. You can make it to the consistency that you like. As it's going into a sandwich, you don't want it too wet. If you're mixing it through a pasta, you maybe add a little bit more olive oil to it. But for going into a sandwich, you want it still that quite thick consistency. So now that's ready to go, and the chicken's ready to go. We'll get the chicken on the grill, and then we can start building up that sandwich after that. So we're cooking in the Kamado Joe today, and we have it set up with the griddle on one side and then just the plain grills on the highest level on the other side. We're going to grill the chicken over the coals on that normal grill, but then whenever we come to actually making the toasted sandwich, it will go onto that flat top griddle. So once your chicken hits 74°C, you can lift it off. We're now ready to prepare the rest of the sandwich. So first of all, we need to get the bread onto the griddle to toast on one side before we start building all them other ingredients on top of it. The griddle isn't screaming hot. I haven't got coals directly underneath it, and I have a deflector plate in there just to keep it warm but not hot enough that it's going to burn the bread. So I have a couple of nice thick slices of Farmhouse loaf, and the first thing we do is get some kind of fat on there. So you can use butter. I prefer to use mayonnaise. I'm actually added a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just a pinch in there, because that will form a nice crust on the outside. Just take a bit of that and spread it onto one side of the bread. And you can have all your other elements to hand, because we're going to build this while it's on the griddle. So after we toast that on one side, flip it over, we're going to start adding all them other ingredients on. So we have cheese. I'm using a mixture of 3 cheeses. There is cheddar, Manchego and mozzarella, and that's all just grated and mixed together. Plenty of cheese, you can never have too much. We have our pesto ready, our chicken is ready, we'll get that sliced up to add on while this is toasting. So the next thing is just to get over to the grill and get it all built together. The one tip I would have is to use a grill press or something heavy to press that sandwich down onto the cast iron, just so you get that nice golden crust. If you don't have a grill press, do what I did and use a skillet, just anything heavy to hold that on. If you want to give this a go, the recipe is in the description box down below, and if you want another great lunch idea, you can check out my taco chicken quesadillas on the screen now, and I'll see you again next week.